My name is Ricky Irby, and I am the case manager at Legacy Reentry Foundation. And my story began after doing 35 years in the Department of Corrections. I was released for good time. I happened to run into a friend of mine, and his name was Fred. And I was like, Fred, man, I need some help. He was like, man, go to Legacy. You know George Moore? I said, yeah, I know George. He says, yeah, just go to George. And so I was actually looking for some clothes and some other items because I'm a big guy, so I couldn't find nothing for myself to wear. So we got in the car, came to Legacy. We get here, and first thing that I seen was a sign, a fluorescent sign, and it said, Relentless Hope. And I knew I was in the right place at that time. A lady came down and I met her. Her name was Tina, and Tina was a breath of fresh air. So we greeted and we went and did my intake. So the next thing happened was that I had to go to the job center. And when I went to the job center to get me a resume, because I had never had a resume done after 35 years in the Department of Corrections, a little lady just happened to come in because they were having a job fair, and everybody that worked at the job center was at the job fair at Lake County College. So she walks in and she was like, who are you? I'm like, my name is Ricky, and I come to have a resume. And her name was Eva, and she said, wow, something was pulling my spirit to come back to the job center, and it was you. So come on, let's go. And she helped me do my first resume. I done my resume, and then she was like, I need you to go to the job fair. Everybody that was there, the representatives, they were all state funded. So I know they do background checks. So I'm looking around, and I see someone, and I walk over, and it's Tina, who done my intake the day before. So I said, hey, Tina. And she looks at me and she says, hey, don't worry about this. God got you. And I was like, okay. I get to the interview. I go in and we sit down, and she looks at me. She looks at my paperwork, and she says, you're overqualified for this position. And I was like, well, Miss Delaney, I need a job. So she hires me on the spot. So about 45 minutes later, I get a call from the lady at the job center, and she was informing me that I had a job interview Wednesday at the Waukegan Housing Authority. That next day, I get a call, and it was from Cecilia at the job center. And Cecilia was like, Ricky, don't go to the Housing Authority because something happened. Miss Deborah and Cecilia standing there, and they was like, there's an issue. Miss Delaney's boss did a background check, and they said that your level was too high to work for the Waukegan Housing Authority. Like, okay, all right, they're lost, so I'm gonna keep pushing. And so I left, and about, I say, no more than a half an hour later, Miss Cecilia called me, and she said, Ricky, I got good news. I said, what is it? She says, well, you have a job interview at Legacy tomorrow morning at 9:00, so be there. And I get over to Legacy, and I sit down, and I meet Regina Moore, and I meet Renee Robinson, and I met Albert. I tell you, it was like sitting down with family. And they asked me what was it that I needed from them, and I explained what I needed, and then I asked them what do they need from me, and I explained, and they explained, and the rest is history. So they hired me on the spot, and I came in as a assistant supervisor for maintenance to help Albert. And it was a blessing. So as I kind of like navigated through that, and they kind of seen some of my skills and what I could do, navigating through a lot of stuff, and then a lot of issues with when I came home. I had no credit, I had no car, I had nothing. I'm just like, okay, God, where we go from here? So I got a job, but now the next thing to do is get me a car. I need a car. So we were having impact training on a Wednesday morning, and I kind of shared with everybody in the class that, look, I need a car to get back and forth to work, because I tried the busing system and it didn't work for me. It was crazy. I'm gonna get me a car, and I know that God's gonna bless me with a car. So 2 days later, I got a car, and in my name, with no cosigner, with no credit. So I'm like, okay, here we go, Lord. Now what's next? So I kept pushing, navigating through this situation, because mind you, when I was released, I had no birth certificate, I had no ID card, I had nothing. So no social security card, I had nothing. So I had to go get all that stuff and get navigated through a lot of processing for me to get to where I needed to be to become successful. Because for me, going back was not an option. One of the biggest blessings was to understand that this is Legacy. It's a re-entry program, and this is where I needed to be, because I've been working, doing all types of situations in the Department of Corrections since 1999. I've been, studying and working hard to get to understand what, what is authentic friends, what is being traveling through perseverance, and everything that's entailed with life skills. So I did that since 1999. So I was ready when I got to Legacy, but this is where I needed to be, because this is what I love doing. I have a class that's starting, and I thank George and Regina, because they seen something in me, and I actually get to help. So now, me being the manager of the closet, I get to go out and search and get donations for the closet to clothe people from Waukegan, North Chicago, and Zion, Illinois. So yeah, and it's been a beautiful so far, and it's just been a blessing. I just want everyone to know that if you have anyone that's in need, come to Legacy Reentry Foundation on 420 Clayton. Yeah.